Hello, today I will talk about my first grimoire. The first grimoire that I've written is called King Paimon, Lord of the Endless Silence, the Lord of the Abyss, written by me, Anaïs Giulia. I'm the author of the book, and I have worked on many books until now, and King Paimon is my masterpiece, always will be my masterpiece, no matter what type of books I will write, just because it has this beautiful meaning to me. I have written on this book most of the time when I was by myself, around 3 months, and it was quite beautiful. I cannot express how much I enjoyed working on the subject of King Paimon and writing the book, and I never expected. It was a surprise to me that this book is going to have so many pages. It was not egocentric or egoistical reason why I wrote so much, but I just even didn't think of the pages. I was so much into the subject, that what I want to say, I was so immersed into the subject. 3 months, even if I was still working and doing many other things, I worked non-stop on the book, absolutely non-stop. And even after that I finished the book, it's a connection that I have to the book, almost like my most precious book, or my most precious love from all my books. Not to say the rest are good, but King Paimon is really my masterpiece. So the subject of King Paimon is very large, it's very big. So the book is 745 pages approximately. It is a hymn that starts and then it goes in this form all over the book, from beginning to end. And then the meaning of the grimoire is the meaning that it is something almost to say exceptional in the case of King Paimon, but the grimoire is a special genre. It is a little bit more gothic, it's a little bit more fantasy in the same time, not because the fantasy carries aspects of deep knowledge or deep wisdom, or something that it is mysterious, or something that is haunting, something that is revelatory, something that is comparative, something that is esoteric, but one has to understand the esoteric is not the meaning that normal people speak about. Well, we have to understand the King Paimon is always the best jewels, or the best words, or the best behavior, the best way, so there's the aspect of King Paimon. Of course, for me as a writer, especially for this book, for this work that I have done, I have tremendous respect. There's a deep knowledge that King Paimon represents, and I really enjoyed working on the book. I loved that intensity, I loved that drive, I loved that almost obsession, or it was almost like I will dream, I will hear, I was so immersed into the subject. I enjoyed so much to write the book, and I almost something very memorable for me even in an emotional way connected. Even if, of course, I remember of all my other books how I've written everything, how the idea, how the work, how I remember all of it, but the King Paimon really pulled at my heart, but I almost like I gave it willingly, happily, almost like I felt honored to write the book. I felt so happy, that I found this subject, and it fascinated me. It created something like absolute, I will call obsession, but in a positive way, obsession of knowledge, or obsession of the element of surprise, or the element of even say tradition. There's enigmatic figure that comes with King Paimon, and I had even a lot of recordings that I made talking about King Paimon, but going back to the book, or how the reader, or how the interesting aspects that can be for the reader, especially, there is the that speaks about King Paimon. So King Paimon does carry almost like of course in the book it is an entire story, and I don't have so much time, I cannot express. It is a large book, it is a large story. King Paimon already carries with him a lot of meaning, a lot of depth, a lot of wisdom, and that's actually the most juicy part, or the aspect that makes me happy, the aspect that made me happy to write the book, And I love the name, I love the title, King Paimon. Absolutely love the name. The book speaks about King Paimon and his story, so it's all about King Paimon from the beginning. It's almost to say, if you have a stage and the theater starts, and the first character who you will see is King Paimon. So the surprise is revealed from the beginning, the big surprise. The joy starts from the beginning. So this is what King Paimon represents, and at the same time, there are different aspects of King Paimon. Sometimes he's very distant on his throne as a king. Sometimes he's very close. So even in the book, you'll find or see King Paimon in different ways. And even if he carries a certain seriosity or some type of or element of like a teacher or somebody who is very knowledgeable but extremely, at the same time, King Paimon can appear very close and as a friend, as a man or a king, that teaches, that helps, that is good, that is beneficial, that is very wanting to help, or wanting to save, to give, to do good things, and I have extremely many beautiful memories by writing this book, the story, how the story came to me, how I decided to write. That was almost like no decision, because I immediately wanted to write a book about King Paimon and the different stories, or even the things that I found about King Paimon before, that I decided to even write the book. So that's almost like a fated connection between me and Paimon, or a fated subject, or almost I felt like how King Paimon wanted me to write the book. Only I could have written the book. It was very proud of this book. It is, as I said, not an element of pride. It's just the joy itself, what the book represents for me. I could talk a lot about the book, of course, but going back to the reader, I think King Paimon is a book almost like doesn't need somebody to be convinced to read it, as any book itself. Of course, everyone's decision what book one they read, but if you are more into the Gothic grimoire aspect of, or you're interested in this subject, or you want to know more about King Paimon, you can find the book on Amazon, and you can buy it. As I've said, expect a large book, a big book. You cannot easily carry it with you, but you can keep it home. It has 740 pages. And it is finally a love story that goes, it's almost like a travel through history, through time. King Paimon 2 represents the past. In the same time, King Paimon 2 represents the future. And King Paimon is very, connected to the sands, to the Arabian, to the camel, to the element of the orange, of the yellow. At the same time, the element of green, of black. There's this element, more the dark Gothic element of Paimon, the obsidian, the blackness of King Paimon, what he represents, the silence. But going back to King Paimon as the king, that's a very big aspect in the book that one can find. There are many different aspects. If you want to read it, if you want to buy it, you can find it on Amazon internationally. You can order it there. It's called King Paimon. And thank you so much for listening. Bye.